And with the 2024 presidential election less than 100 days away, KQ2's Sam Rowe sat down with an American history teacher and YouTuber to discuss the election and recent news surrounding it.
Matt Beat is a former high school history teacher turned YouTuber from Lawrence, Kansas. Mr. Beat has made a YouTube video on every single presidential election in American history. With the election cycle heating up, I sat down with Mr. Beat to talk about the recent news, the upcoming election, and Missouri's history and electoral politics.
This has been a crazy historical election, and I say that as somebody who, like you said, I've written a book about every single presidential election in American history. I've made a video about every single presidential election in American history. This one is unprecedented in so many ways.
I asked Mr. Beat about the history of Missouri in national elections. For some time, Missouri was a swing state, but has recently been a reliable state for the Republican Party. Beat said that Missouri is an example of a larger national trend.
Up until the 1990s, Missouri was reliably a Democrat state, but that did shift, I think, as much of the country shifted, which is a trend that goes back all the way to the 1940s. Historians call this the party switch. Missouri is a great example of that.
We also discussed President Biden's decision to step aside from the race. While this is uncommon in modern history, there are many examples of presidents who did not seek re-election throughout the years.
It was actually more common than you realize for incumbents to decide, oh, I better not run again. If you go back to the 1800s, I mean, come on, like, you had lots of candidates who decided they weren't going to run for re-election. Rutherford Hayes in 1877, he's like, yeah, this is just going to be my only term. And it's actually not that big a deal if you look at all of American history.
In 2021, Mr. Beat visited St. Joseph and made a video at the Pony Express Museum. I made sure to ask what sticks out in his mind about his visit.
People maybe wouldn't realize how much history is there. But yeah, it's such a underrated place. I really enjoyed hanging out there. I think a lot of people who even live in Kansas City don't even realize how much there is to do there. So yeah, visit St. Joe.
And if you would like to see my full conversation with Mr. Beat, you can find that on KQ2's website or YouTube channel. Reporting in studio, Sam Rowe, KQ2 News.
Again, 98 days until voters head to the polls to decide the next president of the United States.